It's interesting you talk about dog parks and also the park system. I think that it's so with kids doing many more things with electronics. A lot of times they don't use the park system as frequent, and dog parks are not just for adults walking dogs, but also for kids to get out. And so I think we can, as we look at our park system, it'd be really innovative to talk about how we can use maybe some of the spaces in our current park system to facilitate some of that, right? So that would be really cool. So I don't think we need to double the dog parks, but maybe look at how you can create dog sections in parks so that they can still have um, the way to play like kids can play. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that would be cool and creative. That would be disruptive too.
So we can go on to our next question.
How would you better inform youth about things in Durham?
So like whether it's city council or different events, or we want
That
to
was one of the
find a way to
questions.
bring youth together.
Wait, that was like one of the questions, wasn't it? Yeah, it's right here. I think that was one of the questions.
Should you think I should read from it, or should I just
I think we
freestyle?
should re-explain it.
Okay, re-explain. Let me see if I
read it.
can re-explain it. So,
I hope what you said was smart.
I did. I talked about this youth commission, and Cora Cole McFadden helped establish that. So when she comes around, you make sure you ask her the same thing. So we have that. I also talked about really trying to create an innovation council. We take some of the great stuff around the students and create a way for them to participate with government. And that would be very different based on the age groups. Is that for me? Thank you so much. Excuse me. Around creating an innovation council so we can start taking the nonlinear minds of Hunter and Destiny and Amelia and helping us to do what we do in Llama. Because I think that could be very helpful in giving us ideas on how we can augment some of the strategies. So we should do it, I think, through maybe the social studies program in partnership with the school system. And I'm hoping with your new superintendent that there would be a better good alignment with the city and the county and industry so that we can get students prepared for what's next.
So I do think that the Youth Commission is a great organization. So if you all don't know about the Youth Commission, you're part of the Youth Commission. Great.
You too.
It's one of mine. So I think that's a great way to communicate with council and to make your voices known in the community.
Do you think if you were elected, you would get more involved with the youth council?
I think that I would come whenever the youth council invited me. Yes. But I also think that the other thing that I keep hearing from, I know from young people is they want to communicate by social media. And I know that the city does a lot of social media. But I'm not sure that's working for our young people. Are we doing what will reach them and help them, know what's available in the city? And so I think that's something that we need to be paying attention to.
Okay, we have one more question. So this kind of tags on to the other part question we had, and it was, how would you help improve the quality of our parks?
Yeah, because we have parks, it's just that they're not really so we have parks, right? But the reason why kids aren't really playing on them is because the quality of them.
Okay.
So having more to do at the
More
parks
to do at the
will get
parks.
them more
Yeah.
active. And kids like to sit and play and watch TV.
Yeah,
And
right.
If we have better quality parks,
Right.
we will get out more and have more to do outside.
Right. Yeah. I think what I would do is I would ask the kids what they wanted. What would make a park the kind of park you want? We have some parks that get used a ton. We have some parks that just, they're used all the time by all kinds of kids and their parents. And then we have some that aren't used as well. So one of the things I would do is I would ask kids, I would say, what would make you want to go to that park? I think that's the main thing I would do. We do have our Parks and Rec department does a lot of great stuff. We did this year we made our swimming pools free for everybody, which is wonderful. We have our rec centers are free now for anybody that wants to drop in and play basketball or do whatever they want to do. So I know that our Parks and Rec department would like to listen and find out what kids want, and I think that would be the way I'd figure out. I think that's be the way I'd try to figure it out. the youth commission would be a great vehicle for that.
And just a little something. What age kids would get asked these questions?
Wow. How old are you?
10.
I'd say 9 and
I'm
above.
practically 11 at this point.
All right.
A little less than 2 months.
Well, I think you can ask kids of lots of ages. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And how do we maximize parks, right? Because parks may have high utilization times, and when everyone's trying to use them, and not everybody can use them because of the capacity of the park. So listening to what people would want with those parks would be, and again, it may be through the youth commission, it may be through a survey with the schools, indicating that's where a great partnership with the school system and the city could be valuable, where the kids could be the informants to the city around what's needed in community groups, not just the students but also the parents. That would be a really cool idea. I like that actually, because I don't think city council would have known that without you telling us.
So we ran out of questions, but do you guys want to ask them anything else? Because we have like.
How about we just ask a ton of random questions? They'll be relevant.
I love it. I love it.
Well, what would be one of the first things that you do after being elected?
Oh, wow.
the
That's
most
an awesome
important
question. Your questions are fantastic.
I would go on vacation first.
Good idea.
I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to shift the table. Candidates, students, stay seated. Candidates from table 1 go to table 2. Table 2.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank
Destiny.
you. Thank you, man.
Hunter.
Bye.
See you, man.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave materials with you guys.
What time? I said I'd leave my phone off, but I want to check what time it is.
Excuse me.
We're going to table 5.